Okay, quick. I hate this picture, so I'm going to move on very quickly. All right. Before I begin, I just want to give a little bit of a disclaimer and some warning. जब मैंने हामी भरी थी कि मैं आके कॉनेक्स कराची में कुछ करूँगी, I was given a slot of 10 minutes. I assumed it was one of these breakout rooms जहाँ पे कोई 40-50 लोग होंगे जिनसे मुझे बात करनी होगी. An hour ago, 2 hours ago, when I arrived at the venue, I was told that it's actually a main stage session, and not 70, but 700 people will be my audience. Now, just so you know, I am a terrible public speaker. This is a facade. It will break down very, very soon. And in order for you to avoid this strategy or being witness to this tragedy, I am going to be giving you the permission कि अगर आपने कोई ब्रेक लेनी है, कोई फ़ोन कॉल करना है, कोई किसी से बात करनी है बाहर, this is your moment to go out. By the time you are done, I will be done too. I also asked Kangai Khatija, I asked if I could, get a later slot, or maybe just get rid of my slot altogether, given that we're already behind on time. She just added insult to injury because she made me come after somebody like, where is Umair Ansari? Where is he? He's gone now. Well, I come after Umair, who's selling a compelling product with his beautiful accent, which just makes this even more harder. But OK, I will give it a shot. Again, you guys are very kind for staying on, but you have been warned. More about Roshan Kal. 64% of Pakistan's youth today is under the age of 30. Our population today, rather, is under the age of 30, so it's considered our youth. Only 6% have access to education or higher education. When we made this video last year, we found out, or early last year, about 1 million people at that point had left Pakistan, skilled workforce, for better opportunities abroad. Today, that number is standing at 2.7 million. So while Pakistan is a country with 2/3 of a population that's brimming with potential and ambition, they are also faced with limited opportunities, and a lot of it is also driven from the fact that they are based in geographies which have very little access. And that's Pakistan's paradox right now. And Roshan Kal, for us, was a call to action to address that. Now, Roshan Kal, can I just have a very quick raise of hands for those of you who know what Roshan Kal is, not just right now, but have known about it, not as many as we thought we would, because we have a massive number of partner companies who work with us on this program, but hopefully you will become our ambassadors once we're done. So Roshan Kal, when we conceptualized it in 2021, this was during COVID times. And the purpose behind Roshan Kal was essentially to create a movement that would allow us to create meaningful opportunities, which meant that hum internships or learning development opportunities students ke liye aisi create kare, which are more than just, making photocopies and filing papers. We also wanted to drive an inclusive movement. And inclusive, generally, that word is associated when we talk about gender. But in this case, we were actually really, really targeting geography. Because when we talk about internships and students seeking internships in organizations like yourselves, you tend to go to the top 5. You've got the IBAs, the LUMs, the CBMs, the LSEs, etc. Whereas we have a huge number of students in Tier 2, Tier 3 universities in 150 cities across Pakistan, which we are never able to tap into. And they miss out on this altogether. The third thing we wanted to do is, agar hum ek youth movement create karni hai, so the ambition that we have for Roshan Kal is to create 10,000 opportunities across Pakistan. Agar hame ye movement create karni hai, to PepsiCo in itself, with its partners, who we have here as Pakistan bottlers, kitni hi internships de sakenge. We started off with 900, we would have stuck to 900. That's when the whole notion of a consortium came together, which is why when you see Roshan Kal, you don't see Roshan Kal powered by PepsiCo. You see 23 logos or company logos associated with Roshan Kal today, and that's the power of number that we've been able to curate through the program. Now, if I talk about our journey, we started in 2021. It was a need of the hour when all organizations across Pakistan were downsizing in terms of these opportunities. We, at that point in time, came up with this notion of creating hybrid internships. And through that, we were able to scale. So we started off with 900 internships. We have an ambition of going to 10,000 as a movement. And over time, we evolved the program. So the last 2 years has essentially been building and putting various building blocks to drive two big ambitions around Roshan. The first one is ensuring that it remains inclusive. We want to ensure that we don't leave any talent behind. That's the ambition. The second element is around ensuring that we are also scalable. So the journey, just in terms of numbers, has moved from 900 to 7,000 odd, which was the number that and those were the number of youths we were able to touch this year. And that we've done through in a couple of ways. The first was around internships itself, which is one form of learning. But the other thing that we were able to do was essentially bring in this notion of online skill development, but making it meaningful. One of the challenges that a lot of you face is not just the fact that you have limited talent, but you also have limited talent that's a good match for what you want right now. And one of the things that we wanted to do through our development program, which is the Roshan Academy, which is how we were able to upskill the number that you see here, is bring programs and match that gap by curating programs and through the partners that we have to make them relevant and meaningful for you and for the students. The thing that helped us from a scalability point of view that was really, really helpful, that was really, really impactful, was essentially the collaboration we did with Rosie. Because what Rosie allowed us to do was it allowed us to really take our ambition of ensuring inclusivity to the next level. And by that, I mean really reaching 150 students across Pakistan in 150 cities. But it was not just reaching out to them. It was ensuring that we remove as many barriers as we could to make them a match for a potential opportunity, which meant that, for example, if we had a organization, so I'll pick one, say KFC, which is one of our partner organizations, they had an opportunity in an outlet in Sakhar, we were able to geotag one of the students from Sakhar to be able to match that. Now, it was never going to be a 100% match, but it was a start. And through that, we were able to reach out to students across Pakistan, all the way from Gilgit, all the way down to Sakhar. The second thing that worked really, really well for us was, come on, please don't do this to me now. Okay, was the academy itself. Completely online, but we did have opportunities for geotagging students in cities where most of our partner companies were able to invite them over for a chat, a talk, a tour, and they were able to get some very hands-on experience in terms of how organizations really work. And through that, we have now come closer to our ambition of, See, this is what I meant when I said a disaster, which is just unfolding in front of your eyes as we speak, to our ambition of becoming closer to the 10,000 movement. The purpose of standing here and reminding you of this is simply the following. Please be a part of this change. Please make sure that you are powering the next for Pakistan. And let's ensure together that we do not leave any student behind. I'm going to leave this on for you for a minute more, if it ever gets there. It should. There's this QR code that you'll be seeing on the screen very soon. Yeah, there you go. If you can scan on that, there's going to come a form. And if you'd like to be a part of this movement in any form or shape, as an organization or as an individual, please feel free to sign up, and we will be reaching out to you soon. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for staying and listening.